I got out and ran when it started snowing the other day, but since then it's just there's nowhere to run. I was shoveling my driveway the other day, like I was like trekking kind of back and forth from to the end of the driveway and back, just trying to break up the snow as I was actually like using a combination of my leaf blower and the shovel. Like the snow was literally above my knees. Like trekking through that was a workout for sure.
How many runners out there use snow shoveling as a cross-training routine or a strength routine in their exercise program?
I've heard it's a really good full body.
It definitely is.
What happens when three runners
from different parts of the country
with different running stories
all get together?
Pure
RunTok
madness.
So listen in as we talk about all things running related.
And some things that maybe aren't running related.
As it's bound to be a good time. This is
RunTok Live.
All right, what is up? Welcome to episode 65. Episode 65 of RunTok Live. We've been doing this for 65 episodes now. We're decked out in our winter gear. If you're just listening at home, I think I probably got the worst. I am the furthest north of the three of us. The snow's up to my knees. So
Really?
I've been off work the last couple of days. I got to go back in tomorrow though, finally. So we'll see. How has the weather been down in Texas and Florida? I feel like just saying the words Texas and Florida warms me up a little bit.
Yeah, Texas got 3.5 inches of ice. Now it's snow. Like it's the cute little, you can make a snowman or whatever, but we still have a bunch of ice on the roads. And I mean, we haven't had school Monday, Tuesday, and tomorrow's canceled. So our state is in shock right now.
I was going to say, Chase is probably laughing because they're probably still going to school there.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they were today. I think they're starting to go back tomorrow. Like, of course, I work in an automotive manufacturing facility. We've been off work, but we had to go back in tonight. The night shift had to go back in tonight. So, yeah, and there's still I got out today for a little bit, drove around, had some trouble getting out of my neighborhood, but it's still pretty deep.
Yeah, it's not that bad here in Florida. It's cold for Florida. Like people are covering their bushes because of the freezing weather and stuff like that. But yeah, no snow. It's still like it's sunny out. It's just cold. So not too. I don't know. I'll take it in all honesty.
It's been pretty sunny here the last 2 days as well, which kind of makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like when you get out, like today, I couldn't. As soon as I walked outside, I was blinded because all the sunlight reflecting off the snow is just so bright outside. It's insane.
The worst sunburn I ever got was skiing in the wintertime. Like it was horrible. I had blisters on my nose. I had to wear that white zinc on my nose for the rest of the summer. Like my nose is still kind of permanently red from it. It's bad. Well, yeah, cold weather. Winter is here in all states. Finally.
Yeah, I mean it pretty much hit everybody this week. I liked how, of course, if you were watching the NFL games this past weekend in Denver, I think it was. Yeah, the one in Denver with the Patriots and the Broncos. They were showing like the timeline. Like there was no snow like at the kickoff of the second half, but by the end of the third quarter, the field was just covered. So it hit real quick.
Those snowy football games are kind of fun to watch, though.
They are fun to watch. And I've always said that I'd love to like go to one. Like I'd love to go to like a snow game at like Lambeau or Soldier Field for the Bears. And so yeah, Buffalo. But I would have to like be prepared. Like obviously I would need to go with like thermal layers on and like probably some kind of heated device keeping me warm. But I think that would be a great experience to attend one of those sometime. So
cool. Carolyn, you're sporting the RunTok beanie. I'm the only one not wearing a beanie. I feel kind of left out.
Okay, well, think of it this way. I'm usually the one that's not wearing a hat, so I'm always left out. So
The only reason I even wore a beanie is because it's the because the weather is the way that it is. I wore this when I got out today, and actually I've got my other little wear my matching hat for
Nice.
it.
oh, nice.
I'll tell you guys, so Chase knows I got a new job, other job that pays the bills. And I went to one of our labs this morning that's here locally. And it's a newer lab. It opened up about 6 months ago. And there's 11 people in that laboratory, and all 11 of them are transplants from Sandy, Utah, which is a suburb of Salt Lake City. So they all moved here 6 months ago from Salt Lake City, and they're loving this 21-degree weather right now because they're like you, Chase. They're used to, waist deep snow at this point in time, and kind of on the side of a mountain is where Sandy is, and yeah, they're just in heaven. And I'm complaining. I was wearing 4 layers when I walked into that building. Well, yeah, running weather. Are you still running? Are you running in the snow, Chase?
No, I got out and ran when it started snowing the other day, but since then it's just there's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
There's barely anywhere to drive today. So, and like I said, when I was shoveling my driveway the other day, like I was like trekking kind of back and forth from to the end of the driveway and back, just trying to break up the snow as I was actually using a combination of my leaf blower and a shovel. But yeah, like the snow was literally above my knees. Like trekking through that was a workout for sure.
How many runners out there use snow shoveling as a cross training routine or a strength routine in their exercise program?
I've heard it's a really good full body workout.
It definitely is.
I would set a Garmin workout for that.
It's definitely it's a workout for sure.
In Florida, we joke because we get our hurricanes and our tropical storms, so we call it resistance training. Like you're running against the headwind, and it's legit. When those come in, good stuff. And we got the sand, so you can do the whole running on the soft sand training. But I just hate doing that. That's stupid. Well, real quick, anyone do any races lately? Chase, I don't think you have. Carolyn?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Yeah. No, I'm racing this weekend for a 5K PR, but I have, okay. I'm signed up for Hyrox.
I know. I told Chase this. I thought
you were in the last episode. We were we made fun of Hyrox pretty hard.
Yep, and I still make fun. I will be at the competition making fun of myself. Okay, but I'm doing.
It is. I mean, it's a fun little niche thing that's going on right now. So go ahead and jump on it while you can. Yeah.
I told Chase in the last episode. I was like, "Have you been following Carolyn's social media?" And I was like, I think she's doing a Hyrox event.
Yeah. So, I'm an ambassador for Shocks, and they sponsor Hyrox. And they said, fill out this interest form for all the cities. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm probably not going to get picked. There's several hundred ambassadors. And I got offered Vegas. And I was like, I told myself I would never go to Vegas and I would never do Hyrox. And I'm doing Hyrox Vegas. But it's a team. So I have another or 2 men and then another woman on my team. So.
Why would you never go to Vegas?
Thank you. I was just going to ask
that. I don't drink.
The rock and roll Vegas is like probably I think it's at the top of my bucket list races now. Like I've kind of like moved on from the majors, right? But man, do I want to do that. I want to run down the strip at nighttime.
See, I've never I don't have an interest in Vegas. Like in any artist that I want to see in concert, they always come through Dallas, so I just have to wait. But it's like, I don't know. There's nothing.
Well, forget about the concerts. You got all the like magic shows and the roulette shows
I
and
mean,
the
it's
Blue Man
Vegas.
Group.
Like,
And
I don't even gamble, but I just want to it's not about like gambling and casinos and whatnot. But you go to those, it's Vegas.
I've just
Like,
never
man,
had it. I've literally
buffet heaven. You're gonna like buffets at some point in time when you go to Vegas. There's a buffet that's for you.
now that I'm going, like I'm excited. I mean, I have plans to go to the Hoover Dam. Like I'm right next to is it the Bellagio that has the light shows?
Well, there's a bunch of them that have light shows, but the MGM Grand, the Bellagio, and one other are kind of surrounding the big Ocean's 11 scene. Like it's all right there.
Yeah, so I have plans to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I've just never. I mean, I've passed through Vegas and I've landed in the airport and I see people already, playing slot machines, and I'm like, great. Like it's. I don't know.
Last time I went to Vegas, it's been a while, but I saw if you guys remember Chris Angel, like he had his show there after Mind Freak was popular, and that was a really cool show. I went. My wife actually took me to it for I don't remember if it was a birthday gift, like a late birthday gift or what, but she took me to that. But to Chase's point, I haven't done the rock and roll, but that is on my list. I was signed up, if you guys heard of the Mount Charleston Marathon.
Yeah.
It's a Rebel race, so it's a downhill marathon that finishes in Las Vegas. And I was signed up for it, but then the pandemic happened, and they ended up turning it into a virtual race, so I did that one virtually in New York. So I was set to do that race there.
Interesting. When is
no, like I said, it's at the top of my list right now, and I'm Allie Brettnacker, the host of Finish London Milestone. She's done that one a few times, so she was talking it up whenever I was with her too.
Yep.
Is rock and roll, is that the same weekend Hyrox is?
I don't
know. It's like in February.
Yeah.
That's when it's cold because Vegas gets ridiculously hot.
That's literally Hyrox weekend.
That's weird that they would do it that same weekend.
Well, weird.
Unless they're trying to.
Yeah, because there's a crap ton of people at Hyrox. But I was able. The weird thing is my flight wasn't super expensive. My hotel wasn't super expensive. So I don't know. That's crazy that they're the same weekend.
Well, that's
February 21st and 22nd.
Yeah, that's when I'm going to be there.
That same weekend, Carolyn, I will be in Chicago. Yeah, not for a race though. I'm just there for work.
I'm out here. Do I want to sign up for the 5K or the 10K that weekend? Because I'm the relay for Hyrox is Friday night, and I know Rock and Roll Vegas, I think, is Saturday night. Is that the night race?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I might just send.
You got to see the Vegas lights. Of course, they're going to make that part of it.
Dadgum. Okay. Well, I might sign up for the 10K then, depending on what we're looking at. That's crazy.
Well, if anyone listening or watching is doing the Hyrox in Vegas or the Rock and Roll Marathon, reach out to Carolyn.
Yeah. Well, dang.
We'll meet up.
Oh, the half is only $220.
Is that all? Might as well sign up for a Disney race.
Right. The 10K. Oh, it's $210.
$10 cheaper.
The 5K is $125. I will cry.
It's about the experience. I'll tell you, the medals are pretty cool. The after party's pretty cool.
We've talked about like the expenses and stuff that go into like races, and because like they got to shut down the strip, right? Yep. You got to shut down the strip in Las Vegas. So
yeah,
I would imagine that's probably a pretty hefty bill they got to flip.
Yep. Say 210. Good God, Okay.
Is that just like right now though? They probably got like cheaper prices whenever they go on sale or something.
Yeah, there was.
Well, it was probably cheaper earlier on too. Like
Yeah.
we're approaching the deadline here.
Mm-hmm.
So usually with the rock and roll races, they do like once you do it, and then you usually get an email with like early registration for blah blah blah. You know, if you sign up during this period.
Yeah, I think I'm still on their like news list. So I've done Nashville, and then they used to have one in Chicago, but they don't anymore.
Yeah. I did Nashville too. That was the year I met Ryan Hall, signed his book for me and gave it to me.
Nice.
But
Yeah, starting out price is like $135
for the half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
When it first get like starting price.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the all-inclusive $186 cost. I don't know what goes into the all-inclusive, but yeah, fun events, events for sure. The one that I did, actually, the Nashville one, I think we went and saw. The concert that night was Lady Antebellum, that band, and then in Chicago it was what's that band's name? I can't believe them.
Was it Chicago?
No, it wasn't Chicago. It was that rock band. Yeah, whatever. I'll think of it later.
The cool thing in Vegas, Carolyn, is there's a lot of shows that you have to pay for, but like Treasure Island, they do a free show, and it's actually outside of their hotel. It's like a pirate themed show. It's really cool. Yeah, free is good. Free's always good.
Sign me up, man.
Yeah, they do some cool stuff. There's always like street shows and stuff like you can go see. So
yeah,
go watch Ben and Teller's Fool Us. That's my bucket list. I want to get on that show.
I love Ben and Teller. And they have, I've heard the Cirque du Soleil shows are really good.
It's only a few weeks after that we're going to be in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on restructuring the course a little bit because the new Jacksonville football stadium is being built. What? Normally, you finish right next to the stadium. Like you go down the bridge, you turn, you finish on the street that the stadium's on. But they can't finish on that street because it's going to be closed off for construction. So they're trying to work out where exactly we're going to finish, and the start's going to be slightly different. And I'm bummed out because normally we do the expo inside the practice facility for the Jaguars, but apparently that's going to be closed down because they're rebuilding everything. So you guys aren't going to get like the normal expo experience. I don't know exactly where they're going to do it, but we'll all be there together. It'll be fun. You guys will love it.
I'm sure it'll be a good time. Looking forward to it.
Well, guys, lots happened to the last couple of weeks in the running world.
The indoor track for sure. Man, bunch of people didn't waste any time getting into the new season.
And everybody literally came out with their best. Like so many world records, personal bests.
Yeah, what caught your guys' attention most? I hinted at mine, right before we started recording.
My boy Hobbs. My boy Hobbs with the 2,000 meter world record. Okay.
I'm pretty impressed with I think Cooper Lutkenhouse's professional debut was I know Josh Hoey broke the world record and whatnot, but Cooper Lutkenhouse was the first ever high schooler under 145, I think, or maybe 144 for indoors. And it was his first professional race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be
17 years old still.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when he becomes the best 800 runner in the world. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
barring any kind of unfortunate, injury circumstance or anything like that, obviously. But yeah,
Well, I mean,
Oof, man,
look at,
that kid just came out with a vengeance. He didn't skip a beat.
he's 17. Hoey is 29, I believe, 28 or 29. So 12-year age gap, and they were second and a half apart from each other, or whatever it was. Like, yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive to me. I think just the middle distance runners in general. That was obviously a big performance for Hobbs. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he does in a really stacked race. Like, yeah, he beat Fisher in this one, but they were kind of out in front of everybody. So I'm looking forward to seeing a real packed race with him in it, and I want to see him beat the best consistently.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Hobbs Kessel. I never have been. He kind of continuously proves me wrong, so I'll just continue doubting him. But yeah, I'm not sold on Kessler.
How about it's actually overdue because it was back in December, but the women's 5,000 meter indoor record was broken. BYU, I forget her name. There's a BYU runner.
Yeah, the freshman phenom out of BYU.
She ran 14:44.
Jeez.
Yeah.
14:4. Speaking of which, so I did race this weekend. I got to backtrack real quick. We did the Matanzas 5,000, fastest 5K in Florida. The top two times in this 5,000 meter road race were both 13:54s. 13:54, 13:54. They were both Brooks runners. You'll be happy to know that. The whole Brooks team comes down and they race this. So the top three girls were Brooks runners, and the top three men were Brooks runners.
Beautiful.
13:54s. You kidding? Like, okay. Anyway, sorry. Going back indoor stuff. I just had to throw that out there.
Wait, what is the standard, like the Olympic standard? Do we know?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
For track, yeah, or for the 5K. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's no indoor in Olympics, so even though the Winter Olympics is coming up, that would be nice to see maybe indoor track at the Winter Olympics. But I don't know what the Olympic standard is for.
And I believe Josh Hoey also, it wasn't done this time, it was also done in December, but he currently holds the world's fastest 600 meter indoor time.
Did you see his brother paced him? Jackson? Yeah.
No.
His brother paced him the first half of the race.
Of the 600?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you get a pacer for a 600? I feel like that's hard to pace.
It is. But because if you look at the result, brother Jackson had a DNF because he was a pacer, so he pulled out.
I'll have to watch it.
I feel like 600 is not like that's a weird.
It's not, but
especially on an indoor track, which is a 200 meter track, and he's only paced for 300 meters of it. Mm-hmm. Like that's hard. It's hard. I mean, I'm sure it's been done. I feel like it's hard to pace and not be in the way on an indoor track.
Yeah. But no, Jackson paced. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he paced the first 400 meters. My bad.
400, so the first 2 laps. Okay.
Yeah, the first 2 laps, and then pulled off. Because you'll see he has a DNF, and that was because he was pacing his brother.
And looking at these other...
Dude, Ella St. Pierre, she did it again after having another kid. I think she has babies and then gets better.
That's what I've heard. Babies are a superpower.
She's 9 months away from giving birth.
What are you waiting for?
She broke out the 3,000 victory.
Hop on it. Let me talk to your husband. Be like, hey, you need to make this baby making stuff happen. Carolyn wants to get faster.
No, I'm not in a hurry.
She's got a PR to chase. Come on.
I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, wait. I highly recommend it. or don't, what is it, Nate Bargatze, whatever that comedian is.
Mhm.
He goes, I those kids on Teenagers and Pregnant, that MTV show, like they got it made because they had their kids when they're 16 and now they're 35 and they're living life.
Right, right.
But yeah, good stuff. Hoey, Kessler.
Mhm.
Men's
Girls
800
side.
meter Olympic standard for 2028 is 144.7 for the men.
Oh,
For the
wow.
women, it's actually my high school 800 meter school record time that I set when I was there. 159.3
Nice.
has been beat since, but hey.
Josh
You got-
made the Olympic standard, is what you're saying.
Well, again, it's indoor, right?
Yeah.
This is outdoor, so it's not gonna.
Yeah.
I was just going to say you can't qualify with an indoor time for an outdoor
Yeah.
event.
Okay.
But yeah,
But I mean, if he's doing that, he's there.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran indoor before, Carolyn?
Mm-mm.
But you've seen it, right? You know what the
Yeah.
tracks are like.
Mhm.
They got they're basically curved almost the entire way with there's like a 50 millimeter or 50 meter stretch on both sides that's not curved.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you may not know is it's wood.
Oh,
It's like it's a type of wood that they run on.
Mhm.
It's
most of the time, not
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
Mm.
so it's the times are skewed because of and it's indoor, breathing's different.
Gotcha.
So it's hard to get hard to truly compare those times to an outdoor time.
That makes sense.
I liked it though. It's been a while since I've done it, but in fact, the last one I did was in Vegas, and that was in my college days. So, well, cool. Well, then in other news, Boston, the elite field, professional field, whatever you want to call it, field
Mm-hmm.
has been announced, and at least the headlines are advertising it as the deepest field in Boston Marathon history.
I
What
can
do you
see.
guys?
Bruto, Career,
Yeah.
Kuros, of course, Mance is going to be there. Galen Rupp is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Albertson, Linkletter. I mean, yeah, it's pretty
And
stacked.
all the fast people are doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the
And
women's
girls'
side, Emily
side,
Sis is going to be there again. Fiona O'Keefe, Dakota Popane.
Pippin.
Yeah, all the heavy hitters on the women's side too for the Americans. So it ought to be fun.
Yeah.
This is the first time since Bill Rogers and Kim Merritt in 1978 that both American record holders in the marathon will be racing the Boston Marathon.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Clayton Young will be there.
Which is crazy because, okay, so I've seen Clayton Young building back up mileage, but if you look on Strava, Connor Mans, it looks like he's not running, or if he is, he's like not putting his activities on Strava.
Well, he got what was the injury that he picked up last year?
Was it knee?
I don't know. He got roasted for pacing his girlfriend and getting hurt because he on the pace run.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he's been running since, but also like I don't. If Connor's anything like me, which I imagine he probably is, he's probably just not using Strava anymore because it's stupid. But
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is he's just not.
Yeah. Connor knows better than to use Strava.
Yeah, because if you look, like he hasn't posted a run since December.
Yeah.
Strava, I feel like, has gotten a little bit better since the settlement, whatever they came to with Garmin. I will say this though, I've been tagging Strava and Garmin on a lot of my videos, and certified Strava has been commenting back on some of my stuff, which is kind of neat. Garmin, not so much, but Strava's being active with me, which is kind of nice.
So they used to both be pretty good about commenting back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, granted, we say they probably have a team of like 50 people sitting in a room managing their social media accounts, and
Probably.
you don't know who's actually doing it. I've also been tagging the feed lately. I want to get his attention.
Are you trying to get sponsored by the feed, Jake?
I would love an ambassadorship or something with the feed, because I love the feed.
I do too.
Why?
Well, I already use like their website a lot for stuff, and if I could utilize it in a partnership method where I can kind of promote their website and see some sort of benefit from doing it, I think that would be exciting. But it's
It's
a
been a while
product.
since I've been on there. Do they have a rewards program?
They do. Well, they have a member, like for you spend X amount of dollars, you get credit towards your next purchase kind of thing. So you can build up credit,
But
but
no,
it
like,
expires.
okay.
It expires every 90 days.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
That was the
Yeah.
one gripe that I had with them is it's like, oh, I'd stock up on my SIS gels for like 6 months, and then I'd score, like $40 in credit, and then 6 months later I'd go to spend it, and they're like, oh, it's expired, you can't spend it. And I went, damn it! Like, I guess I'd got to start doing it every 3 months instead. But outside of that, I use their stuff a lot. It's where I got a lot of my vitamins from before I knew that I could use my FHA card for it. So yeah,
I like you can kind of like do a sample pack of different gels, which is nice because gels are now super expensive.
well, and I am a fan of Strava still. They haven't like broke my heart completely.
Yeah.
And Strava and the feed do a lot of like, virtual events where you can, win prizes and things like that. So yeah, I like both of them. And
Well,
I'm
and
trying
that's why I started on Strava in the first place. Back when I first got on Strava, what was that, 15 years ago now? I got super into Under Armour stuff because they had a lot of good deals with Under Armour. I'd just run a few miles every week and I'd get some really good discounts on Under Armour stuff, like really, really good. And then Saucony, they had a lot of good deals on Saucony stuff there for a while, and Brooks stuff. And I've just not noticed it as much anymore, or the last few years using it. They put everything behind the paywall and the premium memberships, and even the challenges that I do win aren't even worth my time to even look into. So that's my biggest thing with Strava lately, is like the pay thing was bad, but like I just don't feel like you even get remotely close to what you're paying for in benefits. So that's where I'm at with Strava.
Yep, it's fair. It's not for everybody. I don't do their membership, their subscription service. But I don't know. Right, like I haven't found anything that really, outside of just the Garmin stats from Garmin Connect, that really does what Strava does, and provides what it provides. And I just don't like the layout of Garmin Connect, like the way you have to access the information. I like the Strava; it's all just in one strip. Like it's all right there. So, I mean, if Strava does shut down, I do have Garmin. It's not the end of the world, but so.
Yeah.
So I have a question, guys, and I'm answering my own question, but I was under the impression that the Boston Marathon didn't qualify as an Olympic qualifier marathon because it was a point-to-point race. But I see here it does act as a qualifying race for the Olympics.
So, okay.
It's not a world record eligible race.
Right. That one, and then CIM is the other one that's not world record eligible.
And that much I knew, but I just assumed, I guess it was more of an assumption, because if it's not world record eligible, and for the reasons, it's point to point and net downhill, that it wouldn't be Olympic qualifier eligible as well.
Well, because I think the Olympic qualifier itself. So if you look at the differences, right, or if we're talking about a record, you're saying that this is the fastest person at this distance in the world. But where we're looking at Olympic qualifiers, you're saying this person has earned the right to try to be on a team.
Yeah.
So really, just getting the Olympic qualifier doesn't ensure you a spot in the Olympics or a win in the Olympics or anything like that. So I think that would be my speculation on what the difference is there.
Yeah, that's more of a curiosity thing. Because I was going to ask, do we foresee anybody qualifying at Boston this year or running like there'll be people that run qualifying times. Obviously, there's going to be people that run faster than 2:16. I don't think we're going to see any world records or even American records at Boston. It's just not a course to run those. Not that it's impossible, but that's more like a Chicago. Well, really, of the big three, Chicago is where you run that here. But I do think Connor could potentially break the American Boston Marathon record,
which is held by,
I honestly don't know.
Ryan Hall.
Is it Ryan Hall?
90% sure.
I'm going to look it up right now. What is the Boston Marathon? Oh, yeah, Ryan Hall, 2011.
2:04:58.
2:04:58. Dang. And 2:22 for the women, which has been held since 1983. I think Sarah Hall is doing Boston too.
She's doing Boston and she's doing Tokyo. And I had to look it up because I thought Tokyo for some reason was in April, but it's in March.
Yeah, so some of these names on the American side, this is just American. Connor Mance, Clayton Young, Matthew Richmond, Ryan Ford, Alex Mayer, Daniel Mesfin, CJ Albertson, Wesley Kiptoo, Galen Rupp. Which Galen Rupp is, I honestly thought he was done with the marathon.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, kudos to him, but surprised by it too. And Connor Mance, of course, has the best American time out of anyone here by a significant amount, almost a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the American record holder, so.
Yeah. 2:04:43.
That's crazy fast.
By that definition, he is going to have a better time than any other American in the field.
I wonder. So I'm a big Ryan Hall fan. If Ryan Hall had stayed with it longer, because he retired early, like everyone knows that for health reasons, just mental health and physical health reasons. What else could he have done? Like, because he retired young and he still had more elite years ahead of him for sure. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that there's the what ifs and whatnot, but I mean, he was like, his testosterone was like completely bottomed out. I don't think like all of his and Sarah's kids, I don't think any of them are theirs, right? Like I don't think they can have kids. And then I could be wrong there, but I think that had a lot to do with it. And I think that ultimately, every, high level athlete has to ask themselves that question at some point in their career. Is it worth it to keep moving on to be the best? He definitely had all the potential to be up there with the best.
Well, I think I referenced this before, but I'll say it again. He Kobe Bryanted it. He left young, but when he was on top. And
Kobe didn't really leave young, did he?
He did. He probably had another 10 years ahead
Kobe?
of him. Kobe Bryant? Yeah.
No, Kobe was he retired in like 2015, 16, and he got drafted in like 97.
Well, he didn't get technically. I mean, he was straight out of high school, but still. How old was Kobe when he retired?
Kobe was in the league for like 20 years. Like he was in there forever.
36.
Yeah. Which is old in basketball years. Like
But
that's
he retired. Okay, well, still he retired
for
on
a
top.
quarterback in the NFL. No, that's not.
He could have done. I'm sorry, we're not talking about running right now, but me and Chase are about to go on a tangent.
He was not. So he was not the kind of
record chaser,
like physical athlete that LeBron was, though. Either like Kobe had some injury issues that he got plagued with in the last couple of years of his career, and I don't think, like you said, though, he wanted to go out while he was on top. He wasn't going to play until he was 40 years old and
LeBron
be a sixth man. You know,
I hate comparing him to LeBron James because LeBron, whether he says it out loud or not, is chasing numbers at this point. He wants this record, this record, this record, and this record. And he wanted to play with his son.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he wanted to play with his son, like I don't. Yeah, are we really going to hate on him for that? I wanted to be the first NBA player to play with my son. That's just a dick move, man. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to everybody?
All the way back to Ryan Hall, retired on top. All right. He retired on top. He could have kept going. He probably, again, I don't know his health circumstances, but if you had put that aside, he would have had more in him.
I think so, and I think Dathan Ritzenheim, he's another one that like he had just so many injury problems early on in his career. I mean, those two, Dathan Ritzenheim, was it Dathan and Ryan Hall they competed against each other at the Foot Locker when they were seniors. Ryan Hall went to Stanford, Ritzenheim went to Colorado. I mean, they competed against each other basically all through college, and I think Ritzenheim mostly got the better of him until the pros. And Ritzenheim started getting a bunch of injuries. But yeah, I mean, there's always that kind of question with some of those great runners. Alan Webb is another one, right?
Yeah.
I think they were all, I think he was in that class too. I think all three of those. I'm curious now.
Well, so this is what I'm about to say is for the newer runners that may not know this information. You veteran runners, you know this. Everyone here knows this. Like you look at Ryan Hall, and when he was running, he was a toothpick. Right? He was super skinny, had no muscle. He had muscle on him, but he had no fat on him. And then he retired, and due to health conditions, and he beefed up. He gained now. If you see Ryan Hall, he's very muscular. He got really into powerlifting and all that good stuff. Running tears your muscles apart. It tears up your muscle fibers, and it's very hard to gain muscle mass. As a runner, the more volume that you're running, the more you run, the more impact you put on your muscles, the more you're breaking down your muscles, the harder it is to replenish, what you need and what you're breaking down. And that's why runners tend to stay skinny and not be able to build muscle mass, at least as fast as people that aren't running. And that's why runners are super heavy in protein and super heavy in, all the extra supplements to repair those muscles. But at the end of the day, it's, when you're running at the elite level, and I'm not speaking as someone that ever ran there, but looking at Connor and Ryan Hall, they can't keep up with it, right? Their bodies eventually are gonna see the end of that era where they need to stop running and they need to start taking care of their muscles in their body. I mean, these guys are running 120, 140 mile weeks. It's going to take its toll no matter how well you take care of your body. That's Jake's lecture of the day.
This has been Words of Wisdom with Jake. This has been Culture with the Cultural Runner.
We need something like that. You've just been culture.
Do you like a side? I think we should do that. We should just go just stop for a second and then be like, now. Well, this is the segment called The Culture with Cultural Runner.
Hey, listen, we all have something like you've just been McDuffed, or I don't know, Chase. What do we got? I don't know. Well, there's something cool in there for you.
We'll figure it out. We'll come out with spin-off episodes.
I don't know what, Carolyn. You're about to go do Hyrox, and you're about to go lift to do all the hard things that I don't want to do.
You said you were doing a team. What are the events that you're doing?
So I have applied to do the weighted lunges. I can actually show you or tell you. I picked for the.
If you're not doing wall balls, I don't even want to. I don't think it really counts.
No. Rude. All right. Here's the event that I picked for the explosive athlete.
Explosive.
Okay.
Those activity, literally, that's what it's called. ChatGPT called this explosive athlete. Okay. Burpee broad jumps and sandbag lunges.
How heavy are the sandbags?
I don't know. But I've been doing like weighted lunges with like 15, 20 pound weights. Sandbag lunge weight.
You can just come up to my backyard and do lunges through the
snow.
2 feet of snow.
Thanks, I have been following, like, the gym that I go to has a training program for Hyrox, so I've been doing those activities.
Yeah, First Form's been pushing Hyrox real big right now too, and with training programs and stuff. But again, it's a neat little niche thing.
How much is 10 kilograms?
10 kilograms? Jeez, I don't know.
What's that in?
Why are they going to put it in kilograms?
Because the rest of the world uses the metric system. It's 22 pounds.
10K to pounds that's not right.
22 pounds.
Yeah, I did 10K to pounds. Well, they said 10,000, so it's like 7,241 pounds. And Carolyn's Wonder Woman, so
22 pounds doesn't sound horrible.
No.
I want to see. I've seen you talk about your training on some of your videos, Carolyn, but I haven't seen your strength training. I want a training montage video from you. All right.
I listen.
With some 80s music in the back.
Yeah, I will wear the required uniform.
I want you got to do Dolph Lundgren style because you got the treadmill, so you're using all the high-tech equipment, and I want your other opposing teammate that's in Chase's front yard in the snow doing lunges with buckets of snow on his shoulder. Yeah. Just doing stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means you're also going to lose, so you don't want to do that, actually. Maybe you shouldn't be in Chase's yard.
Oh, well. But no, I have each day is a different activity. So there's always burpees. There's always lunges. So,
Carolyn, I have a challenge for you. I want you to do what on social media is, I think they call it the world's hardest mile. And it's the 4 laps on the track. But it's 1 lap of, I don't know the order, but it's 1 lap of lunges, 1 lap of burpees, right?
Yeah.
1 lap of pure running, and then 1 lap of bear crawls.
That sounds horrible.
It looks horrible.
Yeah, but people are doing it. I challenge you. That's my challenge to you.
I mean, the burpees would just be, if I would have to do that one last, or else I might die.
Yeah. I feel like do you eat your vegetables first? Do you just get the hardest thing out of the way first? I don't know.
No. I think I'm gonna go easiest to hardest. I'm gonna run the mile. Then I'm gonna lunge it. Then I'm gonna lunge wait a minute, do you run a whole mile or do you just run a lap? You run a lap, right?
Yeah, because it's a total.
So I'm gonna run the lap, then I'm gonna lunge the lap. I don't know. I might want to break up the bear crawls and the burpees. I don't
We'll
know.
find a way.
Definitely would take some strategization.
I'll tell you what, when you guys are here, after Gate River, we'll get access to a track and we'll make it a video.
As a relay, right?
Yeah, can we get this to a relay, please?
Yeah, I'll do the running. What do you guys want to do?
Not the burpees. Not the burpees.
This is a Hyrox inspired challenge. That's so lovely. The picture they've chosen is a bunch of shirtless meatheads.
What I'm getting out of this is you have not accepted this challenge, Carolyn. So let's just leave it there.
I'm not saying no, but I'm gonna need to prepare.
That's the fun. Like that makes it even funner though. Don't prepare. Just go in blind. Well, it's not blind. You know what you're getting into. Just go do it. Like you don't train for this. You just go in and do it. It's a tester. Where are you at?
So
Yep.
the average finish time for this challenge is 40 to 60 minutes.
Yeah. Average. You're not average though, Carolyn.
That's right, I'm below average. It's gonna take me like an hour and 20 minutes. This sucks. God. Burpees?
I predict 33 minutes for you.
That, you know
He's
what?
got high hopes for you.
I really do.
Yeah.
It says, but push yourself. This is a challenge after all. Thanks.
You know, I say this, and in actuality, I have zero desire to ever do it. But if you do it, Carolyn, I will do it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Okay?
Yep. Okay. Burpees, walking lunges, bear crawls, and then run.
All right.
Okay. And it has you have to do it in a specific order. So the running is last because you're running on fatigued legs.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's all right then.
All right, RunTok Live. You've heard it here. At least Carolyn and Jake have committed to doing this.
God, why? Okay. You know what? It's probably gonna be so much fun. You know, we're just gonna have a blast.
Yeah. Can we wait and do it after Gate River, please?
No, I thought we're gonna do it like that's our warm up for Gate River.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. I might not be doing Gate River now, guys. So,
and we're not doing the 400 meters on a track. We're doing it up the hill,
up the bridge,
up the bridge.
Because anybody can do it on the track. You know, we're leveling up. Come on. All right, sure.
Gonna do burpees uphill.
Oh God.
Yeah, I might make it to the top of the bridge, and I might just jump
Bear
off.
crawl might be easier though.
Yeah.
Bear crawl actually would probably the uphill would benefit the bear crawl. Yeah, kind of like doing inclined push-ups is easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm telling myself this, guys. We're not doing that on the bridge. Let's throw that idea out the window right now. We're doing this on the track. Also, that bridge is like that graded, you know, it's like all grate, like the bottom part is in metal, kind of like that one section of Chicago we run over the bridge. Yeah. That's what the whole bridge is like. Well, I think there are parts of it are like that. Anyways, not all of it.
So this bridge.
What shoes are you wearing for Gate River?
I'm probably gonna wear my On Cloud, my Boom Strikes.
Boom Strikes. I'm gonna stick with the Meta Racers.
Have you picked out your shoes yet, Carolyn?
I'm between the Hyperion Max 3s and the Cielo X 2.0s.
I see, were those the Audi Zeros I saw?
No, they're the Audi Zero Evo SL. They're a trainer, but they're kind of like their carbon plated shoe, but without the carbon plate. So I decided to try an Adidas this training block, and then I got some 1080s from New Balance. New Balance, dude, I swear, every time I get a New Balance shoe the last probably 5 years, most comfortable freaking shoes ever. Like,
Well, those are
especially the upper. Like, the upper is just the most comfortable thing I've ever laced up.
the fresh foams, because those are the 1080 fresh foams, right? Yeah, they're super comfortable. They're heavy though. That's the only thing I don't like about them is
They're a little bulky, yeah.
Yeah, they're weighted for sure.
But that's all right. I got them for easy day shoes. Yeah.
Are you going? So, Caroline, I'm sorry, I missed it. Are you wearing some Brooks or what are you wearing?
That's at the top of my list right now is the Brooks Hyperion M3s.
Yeah. You have fun. I'm sorry. It's probably not going to run your best time now because you're in Brooks, but.
Joke's on you. I've never done a 15K, so it's an automatic PR.
What's your first 15K?
I'm gonna PR this one.
There you go. That is
I guess I am
cool.
too.
Yeah.
What's your first 15K too?
PR.
Yeah, we're gonna get some PRs out of this.
I've never done a 15K. I don't know if the only 15K I know of. Oh, I take that back. The hot chocolate I think has a 15K.
But you've never done it.
I did it a couple years ago, but I did it with a group of people who were going like easy pace.
Okay.
Yeah. So like 10-minute, 10:30.
Well, my neighbor texted me today, if she's listening, Alicia. I've been guilt tripping her into doing the Gate River run, and now her coworkers are tripping her into doing it. Tripping her. And so today she texted me and said that she's she's 90% there that she's going to do it now.
Oh, that's exciting.
Nice.
Like here, it's one of those things here where, like right now, if you look at it, there's over 12,000 people that are registered for it currently.
Wow.
It's going to keep going. So I think they usually get to 15,000. But it's like, it really is the Super Bowl of Northern Florida running. Like it's not even Northern Florida, of Florida running. It's just everybody here in Florida comes to the Gate River Run.
That's okay. So I'm looking up the Heart Bridge, which is the green monster.
Yep.
It literally looks like the Verrazano in New York.
Yeah, what makes the Heart Bridge even hard, like I said, it's where it's at during the race is the one tough part about it.
Yeah.
But it's also deceiving because there's technically 2 hills. Well, the course itself has 3 hills. But the Heart Bridge, you actually first go up this on-ramp. And the on-ramp is a hill of itself, and then it levels out for a second. And you're like, oh, okay. And then there'll be this one vendor that's handing out pickle juice, if you're a pickle juice person. And then you'll pass the pickle juice guy. When you pass the pickle juice guy, that's when hell is about to break loose. And you get up to the bridge. And all I can say is, I hope it's not a foggy day. Because that's the worst part when it's foggy and you can't see the top of the bridge when you're running.
I hope it is foggy.
I
hope it's so thick. Because then it'll feel like you're running into heaven, right?
Well, there's that. There's also the fear of if it's windy that day, like you feel that wind.
You feel it on the bridge.
Yeah. And it is not fun. Because you're really high up, and if you're like, especially if it's blowing, side to side, like you feel like you're going to get blown off the bridge. So all of a sudden, everybody's running in the middle of the bridge now. Because a lot of people will throw up, like they'll purposely run on the side so they can throw up over the bridge. Because a lot of people throw up over the bridge, so it happens. You'll see some fun stuff, guys. It's going to be a good time.
I don't know if that qualifies as fun stuff.
You should start getting, FYI, probably in the next week, maybe like 2 weeks, you should get your bibs and corral assignments. So that, because you guys have all signed up already, right? Yeah, so you should be getting your bibs and corral assignments.
I need to get a hotel still, though. that might be a problem.
I'm staying with Jake.
Yeah, Carol.
Right, crashing on Jake's couch.
I'm telling you, my friend John is staying here as well too. We can make it a thing, but Chase, you might as well. It'll be easier, in all honesty, if you just get a hotel here in Fleming Island, where I live.
Yeah.
And that way you can still carpool with us, like rather than getting a hotel downtown. So you can still do all the running stuff with us. We'll go do. I don't know what day you guys are planning on coming, but you got to come at least. I recommend 2 days early. But yeah, come on over. We'll get a couple runs in. Meet up with some people here.
I was just gonna fly in that morning and then
just
Sure.
go
and then
straight
take
to
off as soon as the race is over. Book it back to.
Sure. I have to tell you real quick before I know we're approaching an hour here. So I was in Arizona last week. If you guys saw that, did some running while I was out there. I was in Phoenix, the Tempe area, and then I had to go to Tucson. I'm going to say it right now. In fact, I made a video about it, and for whatever reason, TikTok made me take it down. I don't know why. But, Tucson is now on my top 5 worst cities. Like,
Really?
yeah, like to run in for sure, but I was scared out of my mind in Tucson. Like, that place was god awful. The funny part was I drove there, and like I was driving through these really doing what GPS told me to do to get to the place that I had to go, and I had to drive along this really long stretch that was just scary looking, graffiti everywhere, homeless people on the streets, people cracked out just screaming at the walls. And this is at 8:30 in the morning. There's all these hotels with boards on them, like all along there, but they still say open, but all the windows are boarded. And I drive through this, and I get to where I got to go, and I'm talking to the manager, and I was like, "Man, it's pretty shady." He's like, "Oh, well, at least it's not as bad as Miracle Mile. It could have been worse. Could have gone that way." He goes, "Which way did you go?" And I showed him. And he goes, "Dude, you went through Miracle Mile." He goes, "That's the worst part you can go through." I was like, "Yeah, all right. I'll take the long way home, please."
I've been seeing I can't remember who it was, but some comedian doing a bit about Google Maps, and he was just like, "Turn left up here," and it's like, you've clearly never been to this neighborhood before, Google Maps. Not going that way.
This was like where I went in that town. I was like, "There's where am I gonna you can't run here, not without fear of getting shot." I just.
So you said top 5. What is the all-time worst city to run in for Jake Irwin?
Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore is.
That's odd because they have pretty big. That's where Believe in the Run is based out of.
Baltimore. It smells everywhere I ran. There's trash everywhere that I ran. Traffic everywhere that I ran. People that were just scary everywhere that I ran. Dark, it was just. Baltimore was probably the one place where I wanted to have at least 3 other people running with me at all times. I do not want to run alone here. Now, for the listeners, especially if you're in Baltimore and you want to defend your city, I didn't run the entire city. I'm sure there are great places in Baltimore to run, as there are in any city. I did not run in those places, and I do not know where they are. So.
Okay, Carolyn, same question. What's the worst city you've ever ran in?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever ran in a bad city.
Have you ran in Detroit?
No.
I'm going to Detroit soon, and I'm curious if it makes my top 5 least favorite list. So
yeah,
I think Detroit's kind of on the come up.
They are.
I
think they're doing a little better these days.
Yeah.
Hope so.
But I don't know. I'd probably have to go with, and this sucks because I love the city, but Cincinnati probably for me.
Really? I've never ran there.
Yeah,
So
the Flying Pig is an amazing race, but I don't think, it's designed around the city, right? It's not necessarily like the city's not designed around running. So
here I actually have the draft that they made me take down. But all right, my top 5 favorite was Chicago, Jacksonville, Sacramento, Indianapolis, and Portland. Those are my 5 favorite cities. My least favorite, in no particular order, Tucson, Los Angeles, Baltimore, Albuquerque, and New Orleans.
So they just made you take it down because they didn't like you being mean?
I don't know. It got 0 views for 2 days, and so I wrote them, and then I got a response back saying I violated community guidelines. That was an automated response. So I was like, whatever, all right, I'm not going to fight it. So, and it's literally just a video. I'm running on the beach the whole time. Like it's a race that I did on the beach. So it wasn't the video that did it.
I don't know.
TikTok
can
got
be weird
bought.
like that.
Well, they got bought out finally, and things are changing. So we'll see. But yeah, those are my favorite and least favorite currently. I'm about to do a bunch more traveling, so we'll see if that changes. And that's American cities only. Obviously, I've been in other parts of the world that would make that list. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, would make the least favorite list, and probably 100% number one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't have a list. I don't, like I said, I don't really have a favorite or least favorite, I guess.
You gotta have a favorite or like something that just stands out where you're just like, yeah, I could run here all the time.
There's spots of Chicago that do that for me. There's spots in Indianapolis that kind of do that for me. So, yeah, I guess Indy and Chicago. I mean, granted, they're the close ones to me, but I do enjoy.
Indianapolis has the architecture, which is gorgeous, kind of everywhere. I like running in the downtown area of Indianapolis. They got that, I don't know, the river walk, the bike path that goes along the river there, which is really pretty. The streets were, not horrible to run on, like the neighborhood areas, all pretty nice. Now I'm sure again, there's probably the campus there, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I had great experiences in Indianapolis. It's right up there with Chicago. Like Chicago and Indianapolis are like 1 and 2. But Houston will be a place that I'll be checking out here, Carolyn, soon.
Love I couldn't ever see myself living in Houston. We have a lot of friends in Houston, but it's amazing. I mean, gorgeous city. It's just humid. Just can't do the humidity.
We'll see how you do here in Florida. Could be a great day, could be a sucky day. So we'll see.
I just don't want to walk up that hill. That's my only goal. Just
remember the wise words of Mr. Keith Brantley. I about called him Sir Keith Brantley, but I don't know if that's yeah. That race that hill is less than 10% of the race.
Well, you weren't here for the last episode, Carolyn, but Keith Brantley came out to the track 2 weeks ago and did a motivational speech to all the runners, and that's one of the things he said, because someone raised their hand and asked a question like, "How do you recommend tackling that hill?" And that's what his response. He goes, "That hill is less than 10% of the race. Focus on the 90%. That's it."
That's amazing.
But he's also kind of right. Like if you make there's people that train for the hill. Like they're just like make all their training about the hill, like gear it towards that. Strength training, hill repeats every other day, like gotta run elevation on all my runs. Like if you make it about the hill, you're probably gonna psych yourself out by the time you get to the race.
Yeah.
Like, did I do enough? But yeah, to Keith's point, like run the 90% as good as you can and just get up the hill. Like it's less than a mile up that hill, and then have fun on the way down.
Yeah.
See, I'm just taking the approach of not even thinking about the hill, so that way when I get to the race, I'm not even going to know that there's a hill until it hits me in the face, and then I'll be like, oh, well, crap.
There's a hill.
Well.
All right, Carolyn, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us?
Yes, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of that at RunTok Live. You can email us at runtalklive@gmail.com. Let's see, you can find us in Jacksonville, Florida in March at the Gate River Run. You can find me on TikTok at Carolyn McDuff and on Instagram at Carolyn M. Levenway. Chase, where can people find you?
I'm pretty sure I forgot at least one of those in the last episode. But you can find me on all the social media platforms, Chaser No Pacer, mainly TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, all those fun stuff, and yeah, you'll catch me at Gate River in Jacksonville, Florida here in just like 6 short weeks. Jake, where can everybody find you?
Well, you can find me mostly on TikTok, partially on Instagram at The Cultural Runner, and at Gate River, Jacksonville, Florida, coming up in March. We'll be at the expo. If you see us, come say hi. We'll be at the race. If you see us, come say hi. And if you see us passed out at the top of the bridge,
Pause the Garmin.
Stop our watch.
Pause the Garmin.
Pause the Garmin. Just make sure, just pick up my bib and get my chip across the line.
Right. If you're Hyrox training, maybe you can carry me down. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Did you just have a timer go off?
I have a stopwatch in here, legit stopwatch for track.
1 hour 10 minutes. That's my solid cutoff for today's
No,
episode.
it goes off at 9:15, and I can't turn it off. I don't know how. And then the alarm goes off at 11 o'clock at night, and I also can't turn it off unless I take the batteries out of the thing.
Pretty sure that's probably Googleable information.
I just let it go.
Anyway,
you can also Google us. Google this episode of Run Talk Live, episode 65. Keywords being, Gate River, Instagram. What else did we talk about? Anyway, that's all we got for tonight. Hope everybody has a great time. Hope everybody's staying warm out there. We'll see you in the next episode.
Peace.
Deuce.